Dying Light 2 is a 2022 action role-playing game developed and published by Techland. The game is a sequel to Dying Light and was released for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. On 4th of February of 2022, a Nintendo Switch cloud version is in development and it received general favorable reviews with praise directed at the combat parkour system and open world, but criticism for the story. It sold 5 million units in its first month of release. I was always a fan of zombie survival games, especially back in Dead Island and Dead Island 2, but Dying Light 2 felt different. At first, I hated the movement. It felt really floaty and really funky and really didn't feel smooth at all to me. And what I mean by that is it took a while to jump to another object to another. Just jumping instantly. I got used to it after a while, but I started to grow on me for a little bit. But after a while, it just felt really weird and sometimes obnoxious at times. In Dying Light 2, there is a daytime and a nighttime cycle. So during the daytime, there's pretty much regular zombies and those toxic zombies that spit gas at you. But during the nighttime, that's when you really need to be aware of your surroundings, because nighttime is pretty much the next level of Dying Light 2's combat gameplay, and it can get very skeptical and scary. And once you hit nighttime, you will verse these monsters that just, they will screw you up. They will sometimes like 2 hit you or 3 hit you. They are more stronger than regular zombies you see out running around in Villador. Nighttime, you really need to watch out, because it's like, if I had to resonate with this something, the Dying Light 2 night cycle is compared to like a GTA 5 like star, like for 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. Once you hit nighttime in Dying Light 2, there will be a chase that starts. And this means is these zombies will start chasing you, and basically they will chase you and pretty much until you die or you reach a safe area, which is like this purple area inside of the map, which if the zombies are, once the light that shines on the zombies or any kind of monster inside of Dying Light 2, they will start to disintegrate, and they are really sensitive to this purple light, and there's some lore behind this. Dying Light and Dying Light 2 are quite similar but different. Dying Light 2 is more immersive, bloody, more open world, and a lot of looting and being sneaky or just going gun blazing while insane you're using only a melee weapon. Once you unlock the central loop part of the map, you will be able to unlock a quest to get our first weapons ever in Dying Light 2. As you know, in Dying Light 2 survival game, you only get melee weapons, which in the recent update of Dying Light 2, you actually get actual weapons. You get bullets and actually shoot them and shoot zombies. It's actually crazy. It actually changes the way you play in Dying Light 2, and it's a very awesome update and massive update. After completing the quest and you get your first handgun inside of Dying Light 2, you will go to this guy who sells you weapons and guns, and there is a quest board they can do, and this quest is, one of them is already similar to the one you already originally did in that quest to get that weapon, but there's a couple other few quests or challenges that you haven't done yet, which you can just repeat this and just get points and level up that guy that gives you the guns and ammo. And as you level up to him to a certain level, those guns are locked behind a certain level, so once you level up, you can actually buy the guns. So once you have enough credits or coins and you've done a lot of those quests and missions and challenges, and you will be able to unlock those specific weapons you want to unlock. As you progress through the main story of Dying Light 2, you will unlock more mechanics to maneuver around the map more quickly and more easier. You will unlock this parachute, which these are air vents all around the open world of Dying Light 2. Once you activate, you press, I think it's A or X, and you hold it, you will go into this parachute mode and will send you up flying. And some missions and some quests, you'll be on top of these tall buildings and high elevated areas, and you can literally go to air vent, and it really makes the flow of the gameplay and the movement and the environment really more immersive as you fly around Villador inside of Dying Light 2, and it's actually pretty incredible. The parachute can be a really little janky at times, but you'll get used to it after a while once you upgrade your perks and your abilities inside of Dying Light 2. And yes, there is a skill tree. Once you level up, once you do like so much parkour, you will get like these XP bonuses on your top right of your screen. Once you jump one thing to another and you do like a lot of parkour at once and actually do those successfully, you will get extra points. It will be on your top right. And once you level level up, you get these extra points or to upgrade your skill tree, which are beneficial to your gameplay and whatever fits your kind of play style inside of the game, which is actually really cool. So you just pick and choose what really benefits you the most at what you're doing, and you will load up and just keep going through what you do. And as you play the game more, you will open up the map as you play, and you unlock fast travels to get around the map quicker. The gameplay inside of Dying Light 2 can be really weird at times when you try to jump building to building, hanging off cliffs and just climbing buildings. You really feel like an assassin. In Dying Light 2, it's really weird, but into like parachuting, it's like climbing, hanging off cliffs, jumping object to object, using a hook to maneuver around the map more quicker, using the air vents to fly around, picking up spears off of dead corpse and throwing them at other zombies. And in different scenarios or environment, whatever place you're at inside of the game, you can actually choose to be, a little quiet or go sneaky, or you can just go melee blazing and just go like all out and just, wreck everything. If you have the ability or strong enough to even do that, because you will get, this game is not, we're not going to go easy on you, whatever you choose to do, the game will not really punish you, but whatever you do, your actions, you need to pick wisely, because whatever you do inside the game will really go harder on yourself. It's like once you hit a certain area, you can choose to, kill them instantly and just go all in, or you can just be sneaky and choose whatever. But if you're not sneaky enough, you will get punished for that, and they will try to attack you. So if you're not, if you're not doing certain things at certain times during these whatever missions you're doing, you need to really think before you actually do it. Dying Light 2 is twice as big as Dying Light 1. There is a massive open world. As you progress the story, you will open the map more. There will be more side quests as you move along, main story quest, and a lot of funny moments. And there's just so much to do inside the game. There's actually this little in-game events. I don't know if you want to call it in-game events, but there'll be like these trucks with like loot and zombie bosses next to this truck, and it's gonna be like a purple crate on the side of the map. It can be during the day or nighttime, and those daytime and night cycle can be really depending on what difficulty it's actually in, because nighttime is actually more difficult than daytime, depending how strong your weapon is and how much capable of you taking down these bosses during the nighttime. And these trucks have these loot, and you take these picks and you can move around your cursor or whatever controller, whatever you're using, and you have to like unlock it, and you'll get special loot during these specific areas on the map, which are located with these blue crates or purple crates on the map. They're literally scattered all around the open area, and watch out, because these specific locations can contain high tier loot and also can contain bosses that will mess you up. And watch out during the nighttime, because if you're trying to do this during the nighttime, you'll become a chase and more bosses will come at you, and it's gonna be very difficult, and you're pretty much gonna die. So you pretty much gotta really maximize and plan out what you're actually going to do first, other than just going straight in during the nighttime. I would actually recommend doing this during the daytime, because it's more easier and more efficient, and it takes, it's less stressful on you, because it's going to be less difficult, because nighttime is way more difficult. But during the daytime, it's way more efficient. If you actually play with more than one player, it's actually going to be even more easier. Someone can unlock the boxes for extra loot, and you can distract the zombies while you're trying to, do that at the same time, getting high loot. So co-op can be really more easier than playing solo, which that probably goes with any end of the game, but it's way easier in Dying Light 2 trying to unlock a pick lock, and a teammate can distract them zombies while you can do it. But let's be real here, any game co-op is pretty simple, and having an extra person to help you explore and make funny moments is pretty easy. The performance while playing Dying Light 2 on Xbox Series S and co-op, I had really no problem except getting stuck in weird places trying to mantle objects, but it's not doing what I wanted to do. And after you play through the main quest, you have the option to do a new game plus, which means you can start a new game, but keeping all existing items from your previous game. But overall, the performance wise was actually pretty solid, and it wasn't too bad. Solid 60 FPS. Dying Light 2 is set in a city of Villador, a massive urban open world set in Europe that players can explore freely. The map, which is 4 times bigger than the first game, is broken into 7 distinct regions, and each has its own landmarks and locations. When exploring the city, players can scavenge for scrap resources and to craft new items and weapons. Players can activate the windmills to attract survivors and mechanics and merchants to set up settlements. As the player explores the city, they will find inhibitors which can be used to increase Aiden's health or stamina, but players meet different factions and have to make decisions that fundamentally change the state of the game world and how non-playable characters view Aiden. The consequences are far-reaching, with the players being able to bring prosperity to a faction while completely destroying another settlement. Making certain decisions will open up or seal off areas in the city, encouraging players to complete multiple playthroughs like its predecessor. The game features 4 players cooperative multiplayer. So the story, the 2014 rabies-like outbreak in Heron depicted in Dying Light ended with the death of all of the people, and the global relief effort GRE was eventually able to develop a vaccine for the Heron virus, ending the threat to global pandemic. Yet, despite promises to cease all and any research on the virus, the GRE continued to experimenting on it, and its secret for the intended use biological weapon in 2021 as a mutated variant of the virus. Named the Pachytransmissive Heron virus, THV escaped a GRE lab and started a second, more deadly pandemic that spread faster than the first, sweeping across the world and causing millions to become monsters in an event called The Fall. The GRE's vaccine and anti-zine came ineffective against the new strain of THV, but if one were to be infected, their symptoms could be suppressed with ultraviolet light, which could also be used to ward off and harm the affected. If you go to the safe zones, you can repair your weapons, you can dismantle for resources, you can buy healing, you can upgrade all your equipment, and basically advance your gameplay on to progress through the story of Dying Light 2. That's going to be my honest review of Dying Light 2. Hope you guys really enjoyed this YouTube video. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we're almost to 1,200 subscribers. So you guys already know how this outro goes. Hope you guys really enjoy this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Slay those zombies.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light